Well, I mean, I think there's a difference between knowing how to tell a story and having found a voice. And I think I'm still finding what my voice would be as a screenwriter. And it's different for every project. I mean, with Robot and Frank, I kind of, started in with the concept, of the robot and the old man, just from research, and then connected that with my own life, and then just followed where the story led. So if I just stick to the story, and be honest with that initial idea, see where it goes, and try to delve deep and find something in it. In the end, hopefully it'll be a good script, and the voice will just be there. I don't really think about that when I'm writing something. But then I'm also writing like a horror movie concept that's very, very different from Robot and Frank. So maybe they'll have similarities with my voice, but I just try to focus on the concept and staying true to the initial moment.
I think it's important that, Teddy Bear I wrote with another, actually he's another director, but he's also a scriptwriter like me. And it's very important for me to be in a team around this. I mean, writing, especially when I'm going to direct it. So I tend to kind of work with people in the script writing phase, even though I finish it up, the whole talking about ideas and seeing different scenes, seeing different perspectives on stuff, it can be hard alone, doing the whole writing alone. So I think it's important to, for me at least, it's important to have someone with me discussing stuff.
Collaboration.
Yeah, and that's also in the directing phase, talking with the DOP and talking with the actors, talking with, it's so important to have someone to lighten some things so you don't go into a narrow road, and I don't think that's good. You got to keep your eyes open, and you need input all the way. So I think it's kind of nice to talk with have someone to, and also just showing your stuff. Then I send it to like the script to 5 trustees, so they can read and get some inputs. I think of course, it's very important to get inputs all the way through the editing phase and the whole thing, So I'm kind of open about everything, for the few trusted people that I know understand me and what I want to do and all that stuff.
Because one of my favorite filmmakers is Billy Wilder, and so I grew up with kind of a classic kind of comic pacing and, really kind of clean structure, but the landscape of my experience usually offers up more naturalistic casting and more kind of understated storylines. So, it's like Quiz in a trailer park or, but with pacing that might feel a little more conventional. So for me, I always, I never write with a genre in mind. I just naturally, a line might come to me or a character might come to me, and everything, the constellation of plot points start building out from character. But usually I don't come up with a concept or a plot. First a line comes, and then I'm like, that person would say it, and then out of necessity, the entire story grows, and the entire character conflict grows out of that person. So I would say, for the most part, most of the stuff I write is character-driven for sure. I mean, for me, there's 2 different sides to me, because there's the person that wants to present personal voice no matter what, and then the fun thing about screenwriting, though, is you have to take it really not personally, and you do have to have the efficiency of a doctor who's like, if you want to live, we got to lose that leg, and it's fun to have both sides to me of that. And I think, a lot of times screenwriters are notorious for not letting go of their words, and it's nice to be a director where I'm like, doesn't work, let's get rid of it, slows it down, let's get rid of it. And then on top of that, I've done picture editing, and so I'll be even more brutal. I'm like, it's okay, it can go. So it's fun to have the efficient side of screenwriting, which is, once again, very much more based on a blueprint, and then you build everything out around it. But at the same time, I think what makes a blueprint not just a blueprint is having, personal perspective and really believing in what you're talking about. And so for me, when I write, it's fun to nurture both those sides of myself. It is a definite craft which takes years and years and years, and then there's a side where you just present your voice.